Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning back in. If you're new to my channel, my name is Samanmali. I'm Italian, my parents are from Sri Lanka, and I currently live in Sydney in Australia. If you haven't watched my first video, I'll link it below. I would love you to watch it and learn a bit about me. So today we're going to talk about something that really got me thinking. There is literally so much content out there, it's overwhelming. We're constantly bombarded with information from all directions. And the thing is, they're also interesting. Every article leads to another article, every video leads to another video. And each one could potentially be the missing piece of information for you to understand the frigging universe. So you click and click and click away. So you find yourself in this never-ending loop, and I mean it, never-ending, where one interesting thing leads to another very interesting thing, until you realize you don't even remember what you started researching in the first place. And the worst thing is that you've now added 10 different things to your list of things you want to learn. Or at least that's what happens to me. It got to a point where I'm actually almost scared of opening links that are sent to me. Because if it's been sent to me, it must be interesting. And if it's interesting, I have to read it. Where will it lead me to? What new thing will it guilt trip me into wanting to learn more about? Because that's the thing, guys. It's fear. Fear of missing out. Good old FOMO and the anxiety that comes with it. And I won't allow FOMO to run my life. I'm the boss here. So, after giving it a lot of thought, I've put together a list of 5 things you can do to avoid information overload, and help you appease the mind. It's raining. We need rain, so that's good. Number 1. Stick to a morning routine that cultivates space and stillness. When you wake up, whatever you do, don't pick up the phone. Take in the new day gently, because the information monster is there, hiding behind your screen, ready to feed off your anxiety. Mornings, in my opinion, should be for ground. You set the foundations upon which you then build the rest of your day. By looking at your phone first thing, as soon as you open your eye, you almost catapult yourself into another dimension, another reality that isn't here and now. So you're basically telling yourself, your reality is not good enough. And how sad is that? You're already kicking your day in the butt. The thing we have to understand is that first thing in the morning, we do not need stimulus, or at least not the kind that a smartphone can give you. What really got me thinking was the effect that it has on me. So I have a tiny bit of anxiety. I'm working on it. Trust me. And first thing in the morning, what I do not need is to pick up my phone and start scrolling aimlessly. Just feed my anxiety. Make it simple for yourself. Just light some incense, diffuse some essential oils, put on some gentle music, wake up your body with intuitive movements. I like to either dance very intuitively, because what's better than dancing first thing in the morning? Really express yourself with broad movement using the full range of motion. Or I like to get on my mat. When I do, I aim for 3 sun salutations. Anything that comes after that, it's a blessing. Make your goal for your morning routine very realistic. So simple is the way. But most importantly, make it feel good. Because if it feels good, you wake up looking forward to it. The whole thing doesn't have to take more than 15 to 20 minutes. When it's time for breakfast, just eat. Do not put on Netflix, YouTube, read a book. Now, just sit down and enjoy the first meal of your day. Take it in with no distractions. We're so used to needing entertainment while eating, we forget the sacredness of the act of nourishing our bodies. When I was in Rishikesh in India, I remember going to an ashram with a few people I had met that same day at a yoga class. We just sat down and we were served a delicious meal. There was only one rule: no talking. And it's crazy to think how novel it felt to be in company of other people while eating in silence. Yet, it's an experience available to us every single day. Then, after all that is done, you can look at your phone. Do whatever you have to do, but don't indulge. Number 2, learn from books. If you're really interested in something, learn from books. Don't rely on the internet. Don't take me wrong, I love the internet. It's what allows me to do so many things in my everyday life. I have a YouTube channel. I guess I need the internet. And you know, it can actually work very well for a very focused mind. Not for me. Books, on the other hand, are the one thing I can focus on for hours on end. That's because a book doesn't prompt me to do anything else. There's no distracting colors or adverts or call for action or tabs I can open. With books, you're not reading off a screen, which tends to tire your eyes. Getting sidetracked to other topics is not as likely. Number 3, summarize what you learn. This is fundamental for me. Use the information you learn. Don't just mindlessly consume content and information. Give yourself time to digest it. There's many ways you can do that. You can either summarize it in your own words and maybe write thoughts on the topic, or you can recall it in your mind, or even better, you can say it out loud. What actually helps even better is relaying the information you just learned to someone else, someone you trust. They say teaching is the best way to learn. And it's incredibly true. When I was in 5th grade, I was getting ready for the exams, and I ended up going to one of my classmates' mother, who was an absolute genius. After the first 2 classes, she stopped explaining and we would read the chapters together, and then she would ask me to teach her as if she had no clue. And at first, I was taken aback and I was like, why? What? I'm here to learn from you. Why should I teach you? But when I then started doing it, it made complete sense. Because in order to teach, your brain is forced to tackle the information from all angles. So teaching is essentially tricking your mind into forcefully learn as quick as possible. And it actually works. It's incredible. You should try that. Number 4. Make time to clean your space.
Wait, what?
Yes, decluttering your home brings a sense of peace and harmony that, as a consequence, creates a clean slate for your mind. It might not be the most entertaining activity, but it can actually be very meditative. You know, people that hate doing that often look at tidying up as a very unsexy option to so many other forms of entertainment. But trust me, it's worth the effort. But also, you can do that while you listen to great epic music and dance around the house. Or you can listen to a very interesting podcast. But trust me, it's worth the effort. Your space is actually a reflection of what's going on in your own mind. And it's not for anyone else to see, but for yourself. Number 5. One of the most important points, just give yourself some slack. I am no good at that. I expect so much, but then I procrastinate. So it's like I am divided into 2 beings. My super strict, high expectation part against the super easygoing, there's time, I am not gonna do what you want me to do part. So high expectation against procrastination, and they just go at it constantly. Most times, the procrastinating part of me takes over. But I am not fulfilling the act of slacking off for the purpose of getting pleasure, because the whole time I'm slacking off, I'm actually feeling guilty. There should be balance. And the balance is achieved if you allocate some time to do the things you love, or the things that you classify as procrastination. Looking at your phone, watching YouTube videos, dancing around naked, or whatever you do. The information monster will always be there. But these 5 tips are gonna give you balance, because overwhelming yourself is not helping you in any way. So that's it, guys. We made it. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope... Oh, my glasses are very, very dirty. Much better. Thank you so much for watching all the way. I am so grateful to you. If you're watching, I probably know you. If I don't, hi! If you did like my video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. That's it. I'm done. Yay!